And this is the only time we saw Indiana Governor Mike Pence today after Eyewitness News confirmed that Donald Trump chose him to run for vice president. A brief run into a waiting SUV in New Jersey on his way to meet with Trump. Now, earlier today, a decoy convoy from the governor's residence tried to throw off reporters while a second convoy took Pence to a private plane. And while Donald Trump told Fox News tonight that he has not made his final decision, Governor Pence has until noon tomorrow to withdraw from the governor's race. Multiple sources, though, have confirmed to our political reporter Kevin Rader that Pence is indeed the guy. Now, Pence is in New York tonight preparing for whatever Trump decides to do about the announcement, and our political reporter Kevin Rader is headed there too. He is on the road tonight. He's on I-70 driving to Manhattan to cover Trump's formal VP reveal. And Kevin, earlier tonight you were at the airport waiting to get on a plane. Those flights are canceled tonight.
Yeah, at least that specific flight was canceled, John. But yeah, we're on the road making our way here and, of course, excited about doing so. It's Indiana history.
Now, there's no indication when Trump may make that announcement.
No indication right now, and I think it was probably a wise move to delay this because of what's going on there. But, you know, it's one of those things, though, is you kind of want to just get the announcement over with because I think there's angst about, well, is Trump really going to name Pence, even though we've confirmed it and other news organizations have confirmed it. But I think, you know, until Trump actually does it, you can never be 100% sure. So I think, but it'd be anxious to get there, anxious to get to New York, even though it could be a late night drive here, but it's worth it.
Now, there is a bit of a deadline here that Pence has to get out of the governor's race by noon tomorrow if he's going to be getting out.
Yeah, and so official word between those two, you know, even if the announcement doesn't come by noon, John, if that paperwork's filed, it's done. So clearly,
all right.
You know, the place to be tomorrow is the Secretary of State's office.
All right. Well, Kevin, drive safely. Thank you so much. Kevin Rader along I-70 tonight on his way to Manhattan to see Mike Pence be announced as the vice presidential running mate for Donald Trump. And that choice of Pence means that others on Trump's final short list did not make the cut. And that includes former House Speaker Newt Gingrich and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who are both talking about Trump's decision tonight. Gingrich says he has more national appeal, but he believes Governor Pence will have a huge Midwestern appeal.
I told him quite directly that I thought that he had a choice between having two pirates on the ticket or having a pirate and a relatively stable, more normal person, and that's a question of, you know, what do you think you need, in reaching out to the party regulars who are still not happy with Trump, and what do you need in reassuring the country, and whether I could do that better or Mike Pence could do that better.
I'm not going to say it won't bother me if I'm not selected. Of course it bothers you a little bit. I am thrilled to be here this morning.
Christie said whether he's on the Trump ticket or not, he will be an advisor to the presumptive GOP nominee. Christie is currently heading up transition planning for Trump. And with Pence in New York and the VP announcement on hold, the future of the governor's race in Indiana is up in the air. Eyewitness News reporter Emily Longnecker is at the State House tonight with why an office there will be the focus of the presidential race tomorrow. Emily?
Yeah, John, Governor Pence's people have until noon tomorrow to come here to the State House and file that paperwork withdrawing him from the governor's race. And now that Donald Trump has postponed his announcement of his VP pick, it could be the paperwork that does that talking for him.
Trump was set to make his VP announcement tomorrow morning at 11, but has now postponed that because of the attack in France.
It's wonderful to be respectful of another country in the tragic circumstances, but at the same time, when are you going to make this announcement for the American people, and particularly the Republican Party in the state of Indiana, who may or may not have to fill a void for the gubernatorial race?
University of Indianapolis political science professor Dr. Laura Albright says, announcement or not, if Pence is going to withdraw from the governor's race, a noon deadline to file paperwork to withdraw is looming.
The paperwork will tell this story. I'm sure Pence already has things filled out and people have them in their briefcases, and the moment it's announced are ready to turn it into the Secretary of State's office.
Another sign, Politico is reporting Pence is not on the Republican National Convention speakers list. Newt Gingrich and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie are listed as speakers.
It seems very obvious that you wouldn't have a speaker who would also then be announced as vice president, and you would just want to save that. So the fact that that is indicated there seems like a really strong indication. In fact, he is the pick.
Still, when it comes to Donald Trump, says Albright, all bets are off.
Donald Trump has proven in this campaign that anything can happen at the last minute.
And if Pence would withdraw from the governor's race, Republicans have 30 days to pick a replacement.